You're listening to Fate Spinner, a Witcher TTRPG actual play by Hallowed Haven Studios. It's taken some time, but my quest for answers is bearing fruit. To Bannockburn I go. Though the first 5 days were quiet enough, things suddenly took a turn at the riverbank. Thankfully, with quick action, my compatriots Rennen, Vellis, and I slew a monster. I was nearly eaten, however. But we did save a woman trapped inside, so all is well for now. That is, until the screaming.
Hello, I'm Overthinker. I will be playing Vellis, the human merchant.
Hi there, I'm Stabbykins, and I'll be playing Hazel Renfield, the human man-at-arms.
Hello, I'm Vironz, playing Rennen Cigon of Tolia, the human witcher.
And hello, I'm Grizz. I'll be your storyteller for this evening. How we doing, players?
Hooray!
Doing pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, listen, y'all lived. I mean, only upsides, right?
We solved a mystery. I met an elf. I was about to say befriended.
We're not. I gotta do something. All right. A crossroads. A word that, like destiny and fate, intertwines on itself. For Bannockburn is a crossroads. A place that a choice was made and the paths diverged for everyone within. 'Tis a twisted fate they now walk, for such is the path of those who walk in the shadow of those who chase destiny. Now, when we left off, we had a moment, and by moment I mean a spectral being came before you all and screamed, "Don't go any farther," and then collapsed into a pile of bone and skin on the ground in the dark, in the middle of a forest, a bit away from the caravan that you were all traveling in. That's not where we're starting. We're going to start with the next morning. You all awake. It is a dewy, little bit cold, moist morning in the forest. You can hear the gentle call of several birds, the blow of the wind through the top of the leaves. You can kind of hear one of the babbling brooks that kind of comes off the tributaries coming down from the Pontar River to the north. Maybe the scurry of something small, smell of smoke from the cooking fire, the murmur of a few voices, and perhaps the creaking of a few carriages or wagons as people go about their day and begin to pack up the long journey to Bannockburn. But thankfully, after the rather loud disturbance of the night before, y'all managed to get some sleep. Maybe a bit fitful. After the events occurred, the young lady in question had passed out in front of the specter, so you were able to squirrel her away. The actual body itself seemed to disintegrate into the ground very, very slowly into this puddle of smudge and bone on the ground, like almost nothing was there. The only thing that was left was the brooch that you all saw around his neck, glinting faintly in the light of your torches on the ground. Who would have picked that up?
I would say Hazel in this case, at least to see if it's of some symbolic significance to him.
It does bear the crest of of Cadwin on it, the royal house.
Oh, okay.
Much like the brooch that you see around the young lady who you saved the day before, she wears around her neck. It is the same symbol. But
oh boy.
Oh yeah. But as you stir, gather up your things, get dressed, those who were naked. I hate how I had to make a note about that.
You love it, don't lie.
I really don't. No, I'm kidding. The day is yours, at least the beginning of it.
Morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Well, I need some coffee. And I think there's gonna be a touch of whiskey in it this morning. What about you? Whiskey, Merc?
Oh, I'll be procuring myself some tea.
Whiskey.
Whiskey in Rennen's cup and in my own.
Got you. Yeah. Asa has the fire going, and it's a really simple meal that they're serving out. It's just, seems, really had to think about that. I was like, what did they eat? Where in the which war do they have what they eat? I didn't actually. It's just a really simple breakfast of porridge. They managed to save some sausages for this last bit of journey to get everyone's strength up. There is coffee for also the last leg of the journey, because I can't imagine it's cheap. There is also tea.
I think coffee on occasions is just one of the benefits of traveling with Vellis.
Well, it's your coffee. Okay, then you definitely have coffee. And she waves the three of you over to just like sit around and eat up.
So, Witcher, what do you make of all that?
First object.
Oh, you mean the brooch?
Yes, I did notice that it actually matched pretty much 1-to-1 with the same one that the redhead was wearing.
I see. And you wisely decided to hold on to this cursed object.
It's no longer cursed. Temporary.
Well,
That's definitely good news.
well then I'm glad that's behind us.
Just, if we have time in the coming days, is to go back and check that corpse. See if it's still there.
Vellis is going to lean back out of like the breakfast circle and see if he can see the spot on the road.
Oh, you all camped off to the side of the road? The spot where the spirit kind of just rolled up on all of you is like 40 or so feet away from the actual campsite. It's not anywhere near the road. It did come from the direction that you had traveled from. And you were able to see that the remains of that corpse are still there.
Of the... okay, I will say, I'm specifically talking about the one that was on the river.
That's the one that followed you.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I retract my statement.
Oh, you're good.
Looks like it's still there. I'm not going to touch it. I know better.
I wonder if there's any form of significance between it and the girl, though. Seems rather odd that both of them are wearing the same brooch.
Speculation is a dangerous thing.
Exactly.
There are worse things. Like
Well,
almost
that'd
getting
make for a good
by a
story.
forest shark.
It is
He's
not
like
a bad
swirling his tea before he taps the little spoon that he has and raises the cup to his lips for a sip.
Not great, but it's tea.
I suppose that'll do.
Did you grow up around court or in it?
He perks up a little.
I suppose you could say as much.
Right, but what would you say?
He kind of purses his lips into a thin line.
I don't see how it's entirely relevant. After all, I think we have more pressing matters at hand.
It's breakfast. We'll pack for half an hour and then be on the road. How long is it going to take you to tell a story?
Leave it be for now, Vellis.
It was a good question.
It was a good question to be answered at another time.
Indeed. Well,
Vellis, what are your plans when we get into town?
Well, I have a few friends I shall meet. Need to set up, talk to the locals, see who's buying what. There's a few folks there who are big fans of the coffee. So I'll probably sell some to them and then stop by the inn. They'll want to resupply on the salts and the spices. You know, business. What are your plans, Master Witcher?
I'll figure it out when I get there.
I see. Well, as for myself, I still have a missing persons to track down, so I may be a bit preoccupied following up on the lead I have there.
Someone you know from your strange past, then?
Yes,
Bella's smiling.
someone I care deeply about.
If you wanted and could offer some form of payment in any shape or form, I could help.
He scratches under his neck a bit awkwardly as he kind of makes this sheepish expression. Unfortunately, my war chest these days is a little dry on coin, but I could see what I could scrounge up for an initial payment. I can't guarantee it would be much, though.
What about services? A favor for a favor?
I suppose I could offer as such, but frankly, I don't know what I could do that I wouldn't already be outclassed in terms of, well, death dealing.
Correct. Hence why I didn't offer.
There's nothing you would
However.
desire from Master Renfield here? Oh, looks like it's time for me to start packing. Why don't you two figure that out?
If you so very much wanted, you could teach manners.
She blinks a couple times.
And Rennen is very much rolling his eyes at this.
Oh. I see. Yes.
I am being serious. Just uncaring for this as payment. It has been something I've been told by my master in the past that I should work on.
Well, I would be more than happy to assist in that regard. Though my lessons might be a bit more esoteric than what you'd commonly find outside of major cities, but I'll see what I can do to water it down.
Money would be preferred if you could, but I understand things.
As they misery over breakfast, trying to find a word there. Vellis, as you're walking away, you do see the young Bodast setting up his own carriage and everything like that, getting the horses ready to go, giving them their feed, and he does seem to have taken your advice to heart. They do seem a bit calmer, and he seems more confident than the day before, despite, evil monsters in the woods.
Morning, lad. Looks like you're really getting the hang of it.
They seem nicer than usual, Mr. Vellis.
Maybe the evening's activities scared him straight, eh?
Oh, I'd rather not have floating ghosts in the woods be the reason they start behaving there, sir.
Oh, nor I. You think it was the firm hand that did it then?
Perhaps, but I can't help it, sir. I can't help it but spoiling my boys. They do good work.
Of course. And if they do good work, they ought to be rewarded.
I gave them each an extra apple. Please don't tell Miss Asa. She gets awful angry when I give them extra.
Alice gets a very serious look, steps right up to the young man, leans down a little and says, I won't tell a soul.
Well, that's what people say when they're going to tell someone.
And then he cracks a smile.
Yeah, gives you a grin back and finishes up all the tackle and everything like that. Hitching up the carriage. And then you see him whistle and gesture, and you do see Yelena leading the young woman from yesterday towards that carriage. Now that you're getting a better look at her, it's not just red hair, it's more like a deep auburn now that she's actually clean. They did find some spare clothes and stuff like that for her, so she's not just covered in ruined clothing. A bit shorter than Yelena. Very, very much paler skin that you probably would have seen before. Freckled about the nose. And the glassy-eyed look from before seems to have faded, and now it's just wary eyes glancing around. But not at any one person, just more into the distance. You read people well enough that'll give you that.
Mm-hmm.
And Yelena just gives you a small smile and a nod, just morning.
Morning.
All right, a baguette. Helps her into the carriage herself. She still seems a little woozy, but is actively holding a bowl of porridge that she doesn't seem to want to let go of. And when she gets inside, she continues eating it.
Dana.
Yes.
You and the young miss there would like a particular item for lunch, just let me know. Be happy to serve.
That's kind of you, but I think for the right now, She tucks away porridge like nothing else if you want to make more of that.
Vellis crinkles his nose at the thought of serving porridge. If that's her preference, I suppose there's some honey and berries I could add to it.
I think it's just a mighty hunger. Once she's finally stopped vomiting, I mean, all she wanted to do was eat, so.
She said anything yet?
No. I haven't prodded. I haven't asked the name or anything. I just want to steady, but I've seen refugees like this where it's just best to let them get used to everything around them.
Of course, yes.
She doesn't seem to remember last night, which is my worry.
Perhaps that's for the best.
I don't know enough to say otherwise, so I suppose you're right.
Well, Masters Hazel and Rennen are both taking my coin now, so if anything should occur, let me know. Maybe it's on account of pulling them from that beast, but I feel a certain protectiveness over the young maid. So, anything I can do.
I'm sure she would appreciate that if she'd... Oh, she ate that already. No, thank you. Yes, I'll get you some more. You just stay in there and she,
I'll get it.
Takes the bowl. Thank you.
Vellis will go get some more. Yeah.
Yeah. For the most part, the actual camp is mostly packed up at this point. Well, would anyone like to do anything before we're all packed up? I was going to say.
Can't I forage?
Give me a minute, Vironz. It's like, hey, it's like, no, we have time.
No, I don't think any of that's. I don't think anything that I put down there is forageable.
Let's give it a shot. Let's give it. Give me a roll here. Let's see what's cooking. What's cooking? What's in the kitchen? Yeah, straight up. God, my tired ass almost said forgery, and that would have been amazing. Let's know what that means. Yeah, give me a survival.
Pretended to forage. Foragery.
Survival. Bright
Wilderness
light.
survival, yeah.
Bright light at all?
Yeah, it's broad daylight, yeah.
Alright. Just because I know that's like a +1, so. That's a solid 15.
I don't know. It's more like a sulkwid. It's like a slushy. It's like a slushy 15.
Hey, don't make fun of my illness.
What?
Slushy. I don't know. You find a decent amount.
Just
a collective decent amount of stuff.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lord over every single individual item, but you have a decent amount of stuff for each one. Like decent, like grab a few handfuls.
I'm just gonna put down one of each then.
There are two things I unfortunately have no headspace for as a DM, and that's inventory weight. And do you have the stuffs? You have some of the stuffs. If you start using the stuffs, I'll be like, you've used a lot of the stuffs, so you're probably out of the stuffs. I'll say that. What were you going to do, Hazel?
Honestly, I might actually go ahead and find the lady that we rescued again. Because I have a feeling that the corpse is probably not directly connected to her, but I feel like it might be good to just kind of eliminate that possibility.
Sure. How would you like to go about to do that? You do see Elena and her sitting in the back carriage, and Bodas is like sitting up top, directing traffic, but they seem to be settling into some more comfortable position for the bit of travel you'll be doing in the morning.
Gotcha. Are they already on the carriages at this point, or just kind of taking up?
They're in the they're in the carriage.
Oh, okay. In that case, yeah, he'll go ahead and climb on up and join them briefly. Morning, ladies.
Hazel, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Hope you don't mind. I did have a singular question to ask our new guest, assuming that, of course, that they have the energy to talk. And he'll kind of like swivel his head over to her, like just kind of like trying to gauge the energy.
Yeah. Yelena has like a what? Kind of shrugs and kind of gestures like a go ahead. Yeah, the girl just seemed to be like she kind of has her like knees up to her chest and kind of like sit in a sitting position, just kind of like watching your move and everything like that with like a intense curiosity because you did approach. Yelena's just like, I mean, give it a shot.
By all means, then. He will go ahead and bring out the brooch that the corpse had dropped. You probably don't remember from last night, but one of the bodies, well, the only body that we had passed by on the riverbank, dropped this the other night after it became, I don't know if it was possessed or whatever, but I don't suppose you happened to be traveling with anyone before you got swallowed up, were you?
I'm not laughing at you. I'm just like, I'm processing which part of the sentence was the question. I'm like, okay, there it is. Got you. Do you present the brooch?
Yes, he will.
Okay. When she sees the brooch in your hand, her eyes kind of light up, and she like reaches out slowly and kind of like picks it out of your hand. And you see a like a sort of cloud goes over her face, like a certain kind of sadness, and like she just like takes it to her own chest, and you do see the brooch that she is wearing is the exact same symbol, this exact same crest. And she like clutches it to her chest and just kind of like looks down, like kind of at the floor of the carriage, and like a really, really dry voice, like kind of like someone like speaking through a reed or something. Yes.
My condolences to you. I hope this at least offers some form of condolence, or closure, rather.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to... There's no immediate response, just kind of gets that glassy look that she's had the first time you ever saw her in her face, that she kind of just like stares down towards the floor of the carriage, like just fully disassociating in the moment.
I'll leave the both of you to it. Sorry for disturbing you. And he'll give a little bit of a bow, and he will return to Vellis and Rennen.
Yeah, as you're getting up, like, Yelena will just, like, pat the side of your arm, just like, no, don't. This is the only thing she said. Thank you.
Well, I'm just doing what I can. But maybe we should definitely get her some more hydration at some point. Her throat sounds awful.
I think that's just an after effect of... I'm pretty sure she swallowed what was ever in that thing, at least once or twice.
Oh. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, I don't want to think about that. And he'll kind of chuckle bitterly to himself, just kind of like almost pantomiming, trying to get more of the slime off of himself, just remembering being swallowed. And he's going to power walk a little bit more quickly now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, where are you going?
Yeah, he'll just be heading back to the carriage where Alice and Rennen are.
Yeah. Hazel rejoins you.
I, at this point, handed off the remade gruel with some honey and berries.
Yeah. Eat your grits. Yeah. Yelena takes it and thanks you. But kind of like gestures like, you should get on board. I think we're all ready to go.
Yep. Join the others.
Yeah.
Witcher, what have you got there?
Herbs.
A knife.
Ah, that looks, edible?
It's not.
Wait, is he not holding the bowl of gruel? I'm so sorry.
No, I'm trying to figure out what the Witcher harvested.
Herbs.
Oh, okay.
Herbs.
Okay.
Herbs.
All right, I thought it was you were pulling parts off the dead monster.
No. That will. I mean, the spirit. I'm assuming it didn't really leave enough for me to harvest from it, like, because he would look at the spirit for mutagen stuff.
Okay. So let's rewind this a bit to y'all going about your mornings. Are any of you going to go actually look at it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we might as well.
Okay. Cool.
No.
All right. Okay. Let's see here. Hazel, how would you go about looking at this pile of flesh and bones?
Oh man, that is a great question. Well, I guess he'll use the incredible powers of basic human perception.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. And how about you, Rennen?
I mean, it feels super basic to say, but yeah, using the Witcher training I have to kind of dissect, quote unquote, dissect, kind of what happened.
All right, give me those rolls. There are no bonuses.
Well, mine's not great.
So we'll start with you, Rennen. Going through, it genuinely does feel like whatever you saw floating in the air for that brief amount of time was being held together purely by magic. It does genuinely just feel like you're sifting through a bag of skin and bones. There is no musculature. There is no innards or guts. It is quite literally like it was a floating leather bag that happened to have some twigs and stuff in it that collapsed on the ground, for no better way to phrase that, which is far from what you actually saw in the river, which was a full-on, not fully bloated corpse. With that said, this was not a monster.
Gotcha. Does
that
the
was for
body
Rennen.
have?
That was for Rennen. This is Rennen using Rennen's Witcher training. All your training says that this was a body moved by magic. Your pendant is still going, so there's still an innate magic in this corpse. However, you know from the fact that Hazel moving around holding the brooch, there was no magic coming from that brooch.
Okay.
Hazel.
Yes.
Around this bag of skin and bones, there is clothing. It is kind of ripped up. There's some linens and leathers and stuff like that. You being of an upper crust individual, you could almost call it finery if it hadn't been just completely torn to shit by something. The 17 and human perception, kind of twisting the ability around a bit. I'm gonna need you to give me one more roll, actually, just to be super fair to Rennen.
Okay.
Seduction. I'm kidding.
No.
You know it. Give me a social etiquette.
Social etiquette. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're getting weird with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, holy shit. Okay. I'm time to
Fuck.
lock in.
Yeah, it's just like, what do I know about this person? Fuck, a crit. This will help me. Okay. And Rennen, you kind of got an idea that it's nice clothes, but you don't know why. I'll give you that. You're a Witcher. You have good eyes. Being nice. I'm sorry. You got an 11.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
Okay. I'm sure. And as you're going through, just because you've just kind of been around the area a little bit, you do kind of pick up some of the sigil on one of the sides of just the pieces of clothing. This is the kind of fit you might see on a royal. This is someone traveling either at a speed or a pace, so they weren't like in their nicest things, but this was well made for someone of significant wealth. Probably a bit richer than most, and of kind of a station. And you do see the same Kadunian crest that you recognized before, the unicorn. That's on both brooches, kind of torn up on the side, and you can tell looking at everything on this, the only way you get this torn up is if something attacked you. But clearly, because you also saw that corpse before everything went sideways, it was just floating in the river. And sadly, you cannot tell the gender of this individual. I will say it's been thoroughly fucked.
Gotcha. Okay. You had mentioned that the finery at least looked torn up to the point that like this person was more than likely attacked. My question is, does there appear to be like any apparent like wounds where like all the innards and musculature could have possibly been sucked out through?
Not with your training or understanding of how bodies work.
Gotcha.
If you both talk this out, I will say, from your understanding of how the human body works, this is both of you, that was a full body floating in that river. Between it being there and just showing up on your camp doorstep, all of that left it at some point, and you're not sure where.
Yeah, this individual definitely had a lot more organs and mass on him than when he showed up just earlier last night. I wonder what fished him out of the river. What do you make of this, Switcher?
All my bets are on magic. Probably coming back for the brooch, or for the girl.
You think there's a possibility that we might be currently hunted, for lack of a better word?
I doubt it, but I couldn't tell you unless I had a mage with me.
Well, given the spectacles they've put on the other day, I'm not sure I would put it past any further meddlings like that.
Nor should you. Mages are fickle and frustrating.
Quite disturbing their methods, too. Why completely disembowel this person and strip away all of their muscle mass, too?
Hey, torture, necromancers.
I have a feeling we'll probably need to get some more words out of the redhead before we really figure out who might be potentially coming after us. I have a feeling she might have been running from something or someone.
Likely. You should still keep trying to cozy up to her.
I will take that under advisement. Well, at any rate, I don't think I'm really going to be able to figure out much more just by looking at this corpse. What about you? Any other tricks you got up your sleeve?
No, I'm fresh out.
Well, I guess that's where this ends then.
He's gonna take a look around. Vellis isn't there, right?
No.
Okay.
Well, I suppose we ought to head back before anything else happens while we're not looking.
I mean, why me bullshit? All right, so. All right, so everyone's all packed up, and the carriages and wagons and people on foot they gotta slowly saunter through the rough underbrush until they all get back on the main road, and you're on your way to Bannockburn once more. The dwarf brothers are always arguing. The baby cries a few times, but the journey is uneventful for the most part. A few people take a few pot shots at a deer nearby or something like that on the hopes they might get something on the way there, but the breeze is going through. It's still as sunny as it was yesterday. And Rennen,
Yes.
It's not quiet.
Good.
I hate that shit. Unless, but after maybe an hour or so travel, as mid-morning comes around, you begin to see through the thick trees and stuff like that, a light start coming through on the other side, and the caravan comes out into a wide open field. For just about as far as the eye can see, it's farmland. Green crops, a few individual groves of trees off in the distance. Where the land kind of goes up a bit like that, you can see farmers with their oxen plowing the fields. And since the forest you're coming out of is kind of in the higher point coming down, you kind of can see into this low, gentle, sloping down valley area that kind of goes off and then rises back up on the other side. A few rivers coming down from the Pontar River. The breeze actually goes through, and you can see the wheat, corn, and other vegetables that are going high enough, like it's kind of sway in the breeze. A few crows off in the distance, a light on a tree. And the sun's coming down. Not too hot, it's a pretty gentle day. And about a league so off in the distance, as you slowly approach it, you do see Bannockburn. It's a decent-sized town. Several homesteads just off in the farming fields, of course, but the actual town itself has quite a few buildings in it, actually. One or two a little bit taller than the rest, from what you can see. As you're going through in the clop of hooves and everything like that, and the dust kind of picks up a little bit because it hasn't rained in a while. Off in the distance, you do see some children playing off in the fields. Different direction, on top of like a grassy hillock, you do see like a couple perhaps having lunch. Or mid-morning breakfast. I forgot the time of day I said it was. But it is so gentle. It's so warm here. Passing across a bridge that goes over one of the rivers. Looks recently built. You can kind of glance out into the water as you're going over, and you can actually see just plentiful fish just going their way through. There's a man fishing off to the side of one of the brooks that just gives the caravan a wave as it goes by. You can probably see living here. I mean, why not? Maybe it's true. Maybe no one ever leaves Bannockburn. Takes another 45 minutes or so before the caravan starts coming into the outskirts of the town itself. And you can see a few homes, wives doing the laundry. You can see a tannery off to one side as the caravan goes through the town. The clanging of a smithy. The shouts of a few men off in the market area off to one of the sides you can see. A few kids like rolling around in the mud, arguing and wrestling as they go through, with a couple of dogs chasing them, barking. But as you're going through it, it's the not packed town, but it's decently populated for where it is. Hazel, you notice something as you're just going through, and you see just people talking in the streets, going through, doing their business. You can't see a single weapon. Maybe you see a sickle that's hanging up or something like that, or a pitchfork pointed down or something like that, or someone with a spade walking through town with a piece of wheat in his hand, kind of like whistling to himself, but you do not see any weaponry here.
Does there appear to be any, like, guardsmen at all?
No. Rennen, roll me an awareness check.
14.
Thank you. So the caravan finishes its way through, and it kind of comes to like the sliding stop in front of a two-story. None of these buildings are ramshackle, but they're very much built by people to eventually have a means, if that makes any sense. Like, all right, it is what it is, and hopefully we'll get some money to make it better. Some people succeeded, some people didn't. This building in particular seems like it's one of the first buildings that was put up here. It's a two-story building. You see a sign kind of hanging off to the side with one half of it burnt out completely. Can't tell by what yet, but it just simply reads The Weary. And Asa hops off from the front carriage and kind of like clapped her hands. All right, well, everyone, welcome to Bannockburn. I made it. You're finally here. Good heavens. All right. So, this is the local inn. It's the Weary. Don't ask me what the full name is. No one remembers. Plenty of rooms here for anyone who just needs a space for a while. We are going to be in town for about 5 days while we replenish, rest up the oxen and the horses and ourselves before we head south once more. So everyone do what you need to. Anyone who plans on continuing with us, I would expect payment before we leave. Everyone else, I wish you the best. Thank you for traveling.
I'll give her a nod.
Thank you kindly. We'll see you soon.
Yeah. And the few wagons that were just like off to the side, kind of like go off to the side a bit while they start talking through their plans. A few people that were in the carriages like get off, and a few started to head towards the inn itself, or waving down people that they may or may not know, or like a stranger to ask for directions. The mother and baby, safe and sound, do head straight deeper into the town as far as you can tell. The dwarf brothers, arguing as usual, hop off with the little wares that you seem to have seen they've had, but they both like actually have fairly large sacks that just seem to kind of materialize from nowhere, and head straight for the market area. And you do see Yelena helping the girl like out of the carriage, and it's just talking to her quietly off to the side as Asa like snaps her fingers twice, like up in the air, like above her head, like kind of glancing around. And Rennen, your eyes are sharp enough where you see her like off in the distance, like catch something and give a nod before like brushing her hands off on her breeches and start unloading the caravan itself.
Asa, let them know it was good to meet them.
She's nowhere near you if you want to go approach. Like, it's not.
Oh,
this is a massive caravan. It's not like, okay, cool. we're not in like an 8-seater van where it's like, all right, yeah. You can approach, and she's like lugging barrels off of one of the backs of one of the wagons. Hi, what can I do for you?
Excuse me. Let your friend know it was good to meet them.
But the dwarves, you can go tell them yourself. They're going to be in town for a while.
No. The one who's doing protection.
What, I mean, he just left them in the carriage? Maybe you need type. Maybe you need another night's sleep before you start making aspersions about people around me, eh?
I am not one to joke. Tell your bow friend that it was good to meet them.
And I'm not one to talk about things that don't exist. And if I was, I'd tell you to go tell that thing yourself.
I have the feeling they would not like to see me again.
Oh, don't sell yourself short. You got a nice chin. Kind of like punches you on the shoulder and just like lugging barrels off towards the inn.
Rennen's actually gonna wince at that. 'Cause it was probably the shoulder that has the arrowhead in it.
Yeah, well, you know what? No. Let's leave that up to the dice, shall we? Nah, it ain't. Yeah, no.
I'm gonna then go back over to Vellis.
I was gonna ask before you do that because you went off. Vellis, Hazel, what are you guys doing? What would you like to do?
Vellis is unloading his cart. Probably, we know where the market is, but the first people I always talk to are the people who actually cook in a town like this. So probably innkeep.
Okay. So you just head straight into the Weary?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if I see Yelena as like getting a room and heading off, I'm like, I think we're doing another show tonight. Am I right?
If you look for Yelena, it's kind of like off to the side of the caravan at the moment because she's currently like, I don't want to say park bench. She's sitting on like a pair of barrels with the young girl and just kind of like talking to her quietly, with like a look of gentle concern. As it's a very one-sided conversation, as in the other one isn't speaking. But she doesn't seem to have thought about plans at the moment other than trying to help her at the moment.
Gotcha. All right, I'm gonna go there first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, both of them look up to as you're coming over, and yeah, it's like, Vellis, can I help you?
Oh, I was just thinking, we've had a pretty good run of stories and music together. I thought we could try it again. I'll be getting a room in the inn over here. I don't know if you've got the same plan.
Oh, performing would be lovely. I think, just need a bit to figure out a few things. And her eyes just go over to the girl who's looking at you with the mix of awe and curiosity, just kind of actually taking you in for the first time. You're a freaking big dude. Yeah.
Large of size and personality.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. Tell you what, if I negotiate for 2 rooms, you two could share the other. Would that be amenable?
I mean, that'd be mighty kind of you, because I still look at my things, and pay Issa, and yes, that would be lovely. Thank you.
My pleasure.
All right, now come along. We're going to, let's get inside. And she kind of like takes her by the hand and starts trying to just like lead her into the inn, and the eyes that were curiously looking at you are just kind of going everywhere else at this point.
Hells, they might even have a proper bath.
I'd kill for one. Both of you are going into the inn. Hazel.
Yes. Yes.
What would Hazel like to do?
Well, I think it's about time to follow up on that lead. At least while we got some daylight out. Shoot, that is a question I wanted to ask, actually. What is the lead that he has in this town?
Great question. I thought you. I thought you were just going with it. Sure. It was the last place she sent a letter from, saying that she was comfortable.
All right, then.
I think the only thing we didn't do was set up a timeline or time frame for how long that was that she went missing. Actually, I'm thinking about this. No, I'm thinking about it.
I think we settled on like a year, roughly, year to 2 years.
Well, the tragedy happened in your teens, correct? Yeah. So happens you don't write me a backstory. Fine, I'm doing it live. Yeah, no. She sent you a letter saying that everything was well in Bannockburn, and she's been missing for like 12 years at this point. Far spookier than you'd like.
I mean, might as well start with the post office then. Assuming that there even is one, or like some form of courier service in this town.
So, let's walk it back. You were able to track them here because of Asa. Like, she's the one who would have been delivering letters away from Bannockburn.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So you could ask around in town for news or information, but your leads led you to Bannockburn. I think that's what we were saying.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, screw it. Might as well start with the tavern first, then.
Tavern? Okay. You did see a building that looked like the tavern a ways back, but you didn't see the sign. It's like on the other side of the market. I need to make a map. No. Don't you laugh at me? I need to make a map. All right, you're headed back the other way towards the tavern. Rennen.
Yes.
What you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I saw, or at least would figure Vellis would go into in as well. So if I would try to be in there. Okay.
So, inn party. So y'all enter the inn, because we're just going to shorten that to everyone enters the inn. So there is a kind of like a downstairs sitting area. It is not big. There's like a few like comfortable wooden chairs kind of like centered around like a central hearth. There is what looks to be just like large bales of hay with blankets and cushions on them and stuff like that for people to sit on and relax. There seems to be a small table in a corner. And as you enter, you seem to be the first ones to go in there. Beside the table is an older man. Tan skin, just long, scraggly, like what was probably dark brown is now faded into mostly gray. Balding, but you can't really, he has a cap on kind of off to one side, drooling a little bit. His eyes are closed. Worn out clothing, his boots are up, kind of leaned all the way back, one arm over the chair that he's like sitting on, one hand on a mug that's on the table itself, and you just hear him full on snoring. And beside him is a sign that you can just barely make out as you approach.
What is the sign?
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you want to like approach or wake him up, it's up to you. Tavern rules. If you want a room for the night, put a coin on the table. If you want a room for a week, put 3 coins on the table. If you want a meal, tap my boot.
Okay.
It is in very horribly scrawled lettering.
I'm gonna hold up 3 fingers to Vellis.
What are you doing?
With what money do you think I have?
Have I not paid you yet?
Have I finished the contract?
As a matter of fact, you did bring me here, so...
Straight up, just straight snoring.
Loud, pull out.
Deep through the nose.
Vellis will pull out 9 coins.
Mm-hmm.
And place them on the table.
Yeah.
And there we go.
Is there a barkeep?
There's no bar.
Yes, he's
there's
just
no
here.
bar. Yeah.
No, it's just a room. There are stairs. There is a door behind him. That's like kind of ajar. You can kind of see a hallway leading down it, and then there's a staircase on the other side of him going upwards.
Vellis want to go find a drink.
How many rooms are there in here?
You can't tell yet.
If we go up.
Okay, so you're going up. All right.
I want to go up and check real quick.
Cool. Going upstairs, and there's kind of like a landing, and you can see like another hallway. There appears to be about 5 rooms upstairs. All of the doors are open.
Well, we just rented 3 of them, so... You two take whichever room you like, ladies. I think we're going to find a drink.
Yeah, you see... Elena just looks so concerned at the man, just like... Should we? She kind of like leans over. I don't know what that is, but it looks curdled. Looking into the mug that he's holding on to with like a death grip.
Elena, you're a charming lass and a fine singer, but I think one person is enough to take care of, don't you?
What? Well, actually, you've never heard her sing.
A fine musician.
Well, no, it just... Okay, come along. She just looks so concerned because, like, there's like breathing through your nose to sleep, but I mean he's got a fairly big snoz, but it just seems so overworked that it kind of sounds like he shouldn't be breathing. He's doing great. Yeah.
Could stop at any time, and that would be a tragedy, but
he's
not
doing
my problem.
Yeah, the 2 of them go upstairs as you get. I will say it is like 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah. He's
Okay,
clearly been drinking since the sun went down.
No, I mean I thought you said you're going to go get a drink. I was just letting you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Word. I mean, he's doing it. All right. So we are going to go to Hazel for the moment. Hazel, doing your thing. So as you're kind of like going like on the other side, you do see the actual tavern, and it looks like, in your head, I want you to imagine Bag End, human-sized. It is a massive wooden front with a big round door, and you just see the burrow kind of written over the top, and the tavern seems to be built into an actual side of hill going inside of it. On the front of it, you do see a couple of tables with some like stools and chairs are like kind of roughly shot around. A few of them have kind of odd looking wooden statues that seem like birds. One of them is maybe a mole. You can't really tell. It looks like someone just has kind of like a side hobby. But you do, there are two windows on either side of it, and as you kind of like glance inside, it kind of goes deep down into the ground. It actually looks like it goes like about like maybe 50 or so yards, just like deep into it. And you can see like warm light emanating from the inside.
Interesting. And this was the structure that looked like a tavern?
Yeah, seems to be. Has the burrow and like a really nice filigree over the top. And like a really nice sign over the door.
Oh, all right. Might as well check it out then. He will go ahead and push through the door.
Yeah. Now you're awake enough. You're happy that you're a pretty aware person, kind of quick on your feet, because the first step is an immediate drop down because the actual burrow just sinks into the earth, but then goes out. And on the inside is rough hewn, like kind of like stonework with like these large arches, like a carved wood, like holding the actual ceiling up. And it's like beautifully crafted on the inside. There are several tables. There's a warm fire going off on one of the far sides. And on the other side, kind of like behind what is an actual bar, there seems to be another hearth where you can actually see kettles and pans and stuff like that going, and there are people actually cooking. There's only like a few people on the inside surrounding some of the tables that are just wonderfully, like beautifully carved woodwork. A few of them have some designs in the light inside of them. The actual pillars holding everything up have filigree and really intricate wood carving on the side. There's a few what seem to be like old, like cast iron chandeliers lighting the interior, kind of hanging from the roof in different spots. And behind the bar itself, you see like several shelves of just like old bottles, but like of beautiful glasswork from like things that were probably drank years and years ago, but just like look like nice decor, kind of lining the top behind the back of the tavern. And kind of like even deeper inside, just from what you can see, seem to be more like giant barrels kind of like inlaid in the side of the hill. But it's warm, smells like bacon, some light conversation on the inside. Sorry. But yeah, seems like a nice place.
Oh, all right. Is there anyone currently manning the bar counter at all?
Yeah, there's like 5 or 6 people behind the bar currently working.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll go ahead and slide up. Greetings.
There's like, you hear like, as you like approach the bar too, it just seems like someone somehow fit just a large tree into the side of this hill and just kind of like stuck it in there, and it's been carved so it's actually like a bar top and like been sanded down real nice. But you do hear like a thump. Oh hell. One moment. And kind of like you see a dwarven head come up on the other side. You see an older, like a dwarf woman, like scratching the back of her head. Just, Al, I don't feel good. Morning.
Good morning there. I was wondering if you could help me out with a bit of information that I'm looking for. I'm trying to find someone that I believe might be in this town.
Oh, before you go looking for information, you hungry?
Yes, actually, I could do with a meal.
All right. How many eggs?
Let's go with 3.
5 eggs? Heard. You hear some sizzling behind you. You're new in town, and it seems like you've been on the road a bit. Did you just come in with a caravan?
Yes, I did, actually.
Oh, that I guess it probably treated you well. Good woman.
Certainly so. Frankly, I'm just glad I have all of my limbs attached.
Oh, you come across something.
You could say that, yes. The ride over was a bit more exciting than I was hoping for, but, well, I'm still breathing at the very least.
What? No details. Couldn't be more vague if you tried. You know, I faced some dangerous foes on the way to work today.
Did you now? Such as?
Oh, here and that and everywhere. Come on, you have a story to tell. You might as well tell it.
Oh, well, all right. Suppose so. And yeah, he'll basically just launch into a complete retelling of almost getting eaten by this massive fucking forest worm thing.
Yeah. At some point, like probably in the beginning third of that story, you don't really remember when you started eating those eggs, but they are slid in front of you as she's listening, and you can see you're just like cleaning some mugs and nodding. About that time, Vellis and Rennen. Also, Rennen, I have a question for you, and this is very important.
Yes.
How openly do you walk around as a witcher?
Now, this is me not fully remembering, but I don't believe the North mind witchers as much as the South. So
you're kind of in the middle of a bunch of different kingdoms. This is a melting pot. I'm just asking.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Swords out, yes. Medallion is going to be tucked against, like, it's going to be tucked in my clothing, and it's like very pressed into my chest.
Okay. All right. So you both enter, and you see the same sight of the burrow. Smells like bacon. Feels warm.
Well, now, isn't this place just charming? Charming as can be. Oh, and there's
Smells-
your friend.
Smells better than your cooking earlier.
Vellis rounds on him. There's a lot of talk I can talk back, all sorts of things. Make fun of anything you like, except me cooking. Right? That's off limits.
Yeah, but you also don't particularly care for when I lie to you about it. The porridge was subpar. This place smells like bacon.
Well, the
Bacon
porridge
is good.
wasn't mine, so... There.
Oh, I assumed you made it. I was wondering why it was off.
And there we go. Problem solved. I'll go
Exactly.
flirt with that little mercenary. I've seen you doing it.
Hazel actually, I'm sorry, Hazel. God damn it. Rennen just looks incredibly confused at like the flirting aspect of like, what flirting?
Right, I'm sorry. Must be these old eyes getting the best of me. Is he telling our story? He best be
Oh,
doing
no.
it right.
You should go run in and check. I'm gonna go try to find a bulletin board. Look for contracts or anything. Something to find somebody to talk to here.
Vellis has already stopped listening.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So you you go to a bulletin board. All right. So Vellis, as you approach the counter,
Is he doing it right?
He's doing a pretty good job. You know what? No. What am I doing? I got my number one rule. Hey Stabby. Let's
Yes.
see here. Let's see. Let's roll some performance.
Oh God.
You do get a +3 because you lived it.
That is good. That is good.
Yeah,
Performance. Yeah, I have nothing in that, so I'm gonna use those 3.
Mhm.
Okay, let's see here. Okay, and empathy is good.
Performance is its own skill.
It's not too
Yeah.
shabby.
Oh, that's pretty good. 17. He's doing a pretty good job. I mean, there's not a lot of embellishments, and you can always use some embellishments on, you can kind of be a little over the top when that doesn't seem to be Hazel's style. But for just telling a story, it's pretty good.
Exactly, and that's exactly how it was. It was a crazy thing. Vellis puts his hand on his shoulder.
He like flinches as he like is like coming out of like whatever kind of like not quite stupor, but just kind of like hyper focus that he was on. Eggs and bacon partially stuffed into his mouth as he finishes chewing his food and swallows. Vellis, when did you get here, actually?
Just this very moment, of course.
Oh, don't you worry about it, hon. The burrow does that to people. Let's check a time real quick. Ooh, like tilts the head back a bit. Hungry?
You know I could try the local fare.
All right, how many eggs?
Oh, a half dozen for sure.
12 eggs. Heard. I hate being a cook. So real. Yeah, you hear the sizzle of the pan behind you. You just telling me how he faced down a land shark? Or something?
Forest shark.
Well, it were on the shore, but suppose you could call it that. You'd have to ask our other friend what it was called proper, but he seems to have wandered off a bit.
Oh. You told me a good story? Ask good questions.
I was wondering if you happen to know the whereabouts of, one Izdola. She's a rather fair lady, raven black hair, green eyes, a bit of a icy personality, typically dresses rather finely.
Oh, now... Doesn't sound familiar to me, but Deska may know. I'm just the head. Deska actually owns the borough. I'm just the morning.
Oh, where might I speak with him?
Oh, he's sleeping. You could probably see him tonight.
He kind of deflates a little bit.
Darling, he entered a tavern at breakfast time. If you're looking for deep information about someone, especially people who might frequent in the evening, not saying that you did, but green eyes, black hair, looks kind of pretty. I mean, you could actually throw a rock outside and maybe hit someone like that. I'm not saying she isn't around, but, well, what was she good at?
Well, she, always seemed to have a pretty quick wit about poetry, rather skilled in talking politics, a very, courtly sort of person.
Any skills that might be useful around here? These kids here trying to be polite, but like,
He is visibly racking his brain. He does perk up a little bit. She did actually have quite a bit of a passion for sewing. Suppose it wouldn't be too far out of the realm of possibility for becoming a seamstress.
Oh, God damn you. It's the only thing I don't have. I have so much planned. I love you, Stabby, I really do. Sure. She's been here a while, or if she's even still around. There is Melissa down the street.
I see.
She runs all the wool through. She don't. God, I'm forgetting the name of what it is called.
Please take your time.
I'm so mad right now. What is it called? Oh, you're not wasting my time. Somebody's like, oh my God.
If you guess it, give us a hint.
No, it's where they turned wool into like actual like yarn and shit. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is that called?
Like
we can just call it a woolery.
No.
There you go.
That's not what it's called.
You mean like a spinning wheel, but where they do it more?
Textile shop. Okay, or something like that. Yeah. God fucking damn you. It's just like so
Nerds.
I know. I'm too complete blank. I mean, if she did sewing and other needlework, I mean, Melissa does the textiles down the road. It's not a lot, and she does it by herself most of the time, but try that.
I suppose I could do this, yes. Appreciate the tip.
Really lost the voice, too. Of course. Vellis.
Yes.
You realize now while you're listening to this back and forth that you're about halfway through your plate of eggs, and much like your friend here, you don't remember when it was put in front of you.
Really?
Yeah, not by any witchcraft. It's just like, it's really relaxing in here. It's a nice place.
I kind of looks up. Begging your pardon. You said the owner would be in the evening?
Mhm.
And who's your cook?
I hate you all. God damn it. Sure.
Hey, this is the easy part. You're gonna have to invent a whole side quest for a witcher in a second.
No, that I have prepared. The cook in the fucking tavern wasn't one of them.
You magicked me some food. I've gotta ask questions.
Yeah. That'd be Caspar over there. And you see her pointing, and it's just like this tall, thin, reedy, by your surprise, elf. They're pretty good. Pretty good eggs.
Raise my beverage. Appreciation.
Raises the spatula back. His entire apron is just covered in eggshells. It's not great. It's not a great look. It's good food. And as you're eating, Rennen,
Yes.
you're going to find a bulletin board. As you actually exit, and you see the actual market area, you do see what appears to be a bulletin board. It's not as official as you might find in some places. It just seems to be like a slab of wood on a giant post with a few signs on it. It's a distance away.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go to it first.
Yeah. You see two signs. One, there is a job posting for the borough. They need someone to just keep an eye out kind of in the evening in case people get rowdy. And you do see a posting for an apprentice at the smithy. That's about it.
He's gonna grumble something about fucking going back and forth from this goddamn place. He's gonna take the paper about the borough and just walk all the way back there.
Okay, as you enter, you see the two of them still eating. And you see the dwarf woman behind the counter see you approach and just morning.
You have a job listing for security.
Oh, yes. Well, actually, I need to roll something. I think that's fair. Real fair. Well, maybe not for the likes of you, but we do need some help with security.
What does it mean?
I think
not for the likes of somebody like me.
Well, they might be small potatoes. Might be a waste of your skills.
I'll do it for free alcohol and meals. At least for tonight.
I mean, if you're just looking for coin, you can always ask the Greyburns.
Greyburns.
Aye, they run the town.
Where would I find them? Or whoever leads the clan.
Well, Cedric is usually out in the fields. More or less the best place to find him. You can't miss him, I promise. Makes this one look like a... I don't want to say pup, but it's true. Just staring at Vellis.
Raised eyebrow.
And Alyssa is usually out and about the town. Much smaller than her brothers. She's usually in charge of all the harvest and everything like that. You can just look for someone who looks like a busybody and you might find her, respectfully.
Thank you. Have they been treating you well?
Who?
He's gonna nod to Vellis first, very deeply, kind of giving a teensy little scowl, and then nodding to Hazel with a little bit more affection. One likes to tell lots of stories that are full of shit.
Oh, well, she gestures at Hazel. This one's telling me stories about the land shark. I don't know what a shark is, and I don't think it should be on land. This one was actually being appreciative of all the food, so I can guess which one's which.
Wrong way
Exactly.
around. But
No, you've got it.
I'm a fairly good judge of people, sir. I do know what I'm talking about on this one.
well, the one in the glasses is telling the truth, and I don't know what a shark is either.
But one of us does always tell the truth, and the other one always lie.
Do you
That
want
being
to try
said-
playing that game? Vellis, be nice to people we just met.
I'm nice to everyone.
Be truthful with people we just met.
They
I
know
believe
I'm
him.
kidding. Just because you've got no sense of humor, Witcher, doesn't mean we all do.
I'll say this, and you see her like gathering up your plates. I'm Tillery.
kindly.
If you were to come back in the morning, more food will be available. If his story is true, you did Ais a big favor, and she's a good friend of mine. So this one will be on the house.
Oh,
you
much
sure?
appreciated.
Please do, yes. You walked in and scowled. Like looks at you, Rennen. Like, has anyone ever told you that you just scowl as a greeting?
Yes, he did. And he's going to point to Vellis.
Actually, I said, does anyone tell you otherwise? And he said no.
The look on her face is like, I don't know if no, I'm not going to. A whole list of decisions in her face. Well, to be kinder to all three of you, especially since, well, Leslie isn't the nicest woman all of the time. I think Cedric is off seeing to the wheat. So I would start there if you're looking for the Grey Bones.
Much appreciated. Thank you. If you ever need help in the kitchen, ask the bearded one. If you need protection still, he's your guy. And he'll he'll nod to Hazel.
The kitchen will do just fine. If you want to... She gives like a deep sniff. Spice manga. That's why you think you know.
Yes, I
No.
plan to return around sundown and have a conversation with the man in charge about, a couple of additions.
He is a good kitchen. What was the word you called it? Called the other boy back in that other town, Vellis, kitchen bitch.
I think I said wench.
He's a good kitchen bitch.
Right, I'm gonna go set up my cart now.
Honestly, I think that one of the classes is the middle child at this point. You'll be on your way. And it gives you like an IQ shoe. Just like
Rennen-
you can leave now.
Rennen's gonna wait for the other two to get up before turning around, and even before he turns around, he's actually gonna put down 2 coins on the counter and then just walk away even faster.
If you don't mind gathering that up before you insult me.
Oh, positively charmed.
It's my
And she sounds dead serious.
It's my version of a kind gesture.
It's insulting.
I take the money.
Have a good day.
Hazel just purses his lips and he's gonna like robotically march his way back out and away from whatever that was.
Meanwhile, outside, the beautiful town of Bannockburn. As the what was warmth inside of the burrow slowly closes behind you, the town is kind of yours. Who wants to do what and who wants to go where?
Well, I'm going to the fields.
Does sound like there's an interesting character out there. Vellis has a couple of items on his agenda. You said the mail was mostly just caravan, right?
Yeah, but it would also seem that talking to the head of the town before setting up a cart would be a good idea.
Yeah, for sure. I just have a letter I'd like to send, and I might, if they had birds here, I would try to do that. Probably second. First, we have to meet a giant.
Yeah, and you have time to send the letter on foot too, because ASO isn't going anywhere for like 4 or 5 days.
Cool.
Hazel, will you be joining them?
I mean, if they're
Yeah.
sticking together, might as well.
Thank you for listening to Fate Spinner. If you enjoy this story, please make sure to subscribe and review wherever you're listening to our podcast. You can find more of our actual plays on our website at www.hallowedhavenstudios.com. Please consider supporting us on Patreon at patreon.com/hallowedhavenstudios. Your support helps make more stories like this possible.
It is a beautiful day in Bannockburn. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. Looks like you all have some new neighbors. So, leaving the actual township of Bannockburn, you start approaching the actual fields. And a few passerby are able to point you to the actual wheat fields off in the distance. It's like maybe a an hour and a half walk away from town. Easy going. Pass by a few people, a couple people on horseback, a few cartons, a few wagons being drawn by horses going either direction. And another thing you do notice, aside from the general lack of weaponry in this town, everyone's smiling, having a good time, having a good day. Doesn't seem any of the down points. Things seem to be going well around here, separated from the rest of the world, it seems. And you do see a fair amount of dwarves, a few halflings, one or two elves, not that many, which isn't terribly surprising, but like enough to be like, oh, okay, everyone's getting along around here. And as you get to the fields proper, there's maybe 5 or 6 people out in the fields that you can see. Y'all need an awareness check.
Any modifiers?
Wow, I am really consistent with these 14s.
Doing great.
I also got a 14.
Okay, let's see how well I fare then. 50.
Hey,
I'll take
check
it.
that out.
Hey. You do make off about a mile out, like in the deep depth of the field. Just you start to understand, but she meant by just a mound of a man. You do see a couple of large shapes moving off in the far distance.
Well,
Head
maybe
that way?
this explains why they don't have a lot of guards. And then yes.
Just gonna make a mental note of it.
Takes a bit, but as you round over the top of one hill, you do see on top of the next one that's a bit taller, and as you approach, roughly probably just shy of 7 feet tall, wearing like this like ruddy brown tunic, pretty simplistic, muddy breeches, big boots, way bigger than you'd probably figure, not hunched over, kind of standing up much straighter than you'd expect, like ropey arms and hands that just kind of like look like spades, hair tied up into a tight bun on the top of his head, beard closely shaven for the most part, but you do see like a tuft at the end of the chin. As you catch his eye and he turns to you, you see a like ruddy, like deeply tanned face from just being outside most of the time, kind of underneath like a hat that's easily too small for him. Like it's a straw hat that seems to be just like got it placed on top like as an afterthought, probably because someone mentioned it to him. It's just a little too small for this like mound of a man. But you do see laugh lines, and as you approach, laugh lines around 2 dark brown eyes and a smile that kind of goes up as you see him like brushing his hands off, and plant a large shovel beside him, and you do see there is like what seems to be a hole being dug into the side of the hill behind him, but you can't quite see why as you approach. And just like as you get within easy research, like maybe a few feet from him, like a voice that just feels like a big bear hug kind of goes out. Well, good morning.
And a pleasant morning to you, sir.
Salutations.
Ain't seen the 3 of you around here before. Come all the way out to greet me.
We were told you were the man to greet. My name is Vellis. This is Hazel and Rennen.
Oh, pleasure to meet the 3 of you. Yeah. Well, pardon my manners. You see him wipe his hands off on his shirt, which, just brown on brown, and kind of reach a big hand out, towards Vellis.
Not at all. I expect there's not a lot of clean hands here today. And I shake
Not if
it.
they're doing it right. Like, probably the only person here who can kind of just about meet his handshake, because you're both like big dudes. But even you're just like, it's like an oven mitt going into a catcher's mitt, and it's just like, huh. it's a different experience for you.
I'll shake his hand next if he offers.
Yeah, he offers a hand out to the three of you.
Smile, shake it, and privately resolve to kill this man if it becomes convenient.
A 5'4" Hazel will reach up to go and shake the guy at an angle.
Jokingly,
How
just
tall?
go like
How
go-
tall is Hazel? I am so confused right now.
5'4", apparently.
Dude, Hazel's a short ass.
I mentioned this
And
in
we
the
love
first
that.
session.
I thought you said like 5'6". I'm just like, my brain keeps on going up and down with your size. Yeah, no, he will bend down a little lower to shake your hand. Look, I don't know. I didn't write it down. You're okay. I was just like, I thought you were. So I'm like, Hazel is short ass. That's not anywhere in my notes. Small little man. Actually, no. If I had remembered that tavern conversation would have gone a lot differently. I wouldn't put it. Anyway. No. That's me giggling at myself. Yeah, and shakes your hand and Rennen's too. Yeah, pleasure to meet you. I'm Cedric, Greyburn. I'm in charge of running this little town. Said, yeah.
Indeed, and I think we had some questions, some matters of business. I myself am a spice merchant and was seeking permission to set up in your market there.
What do you be selling?
Oh, all sorts of things. I should love to give you a personal first look if you'd like. Perhaps this evening.
Well, I'd direct you towards my sister on that one. She can better assess and see if your prices are fair. Not that I don't believe you, it's just I can tell if it's good or not, but if it's the right price, well, that's a different conversation. Yeah.
Well, then I should like to have you both. I pride myself on quality, sir. For example, would you like a little coffee?
No, I don't think now's the right time for a cup of coffee. But I appreciate the offer and hope to take you up on that soon if you're around town for a while.
That's the plan.
Excellent. You see his gaze kind of turned to the other two of you.
I need work.
And
This one's here's a bona fide witcher, a quality fighter, and I think he's partially employed by myself, but I don't have a lot for him to do here in town.
Oh, Witcher, huh? Well,
Deadliest in the land.
No, I've met the deadliest in the land. I've met a few of them that were. Quite often, in fact. I mean, if you're looking for work, I do have a thing you should probably check out relatively soon, but we'll talk about that in a moment. And you, sir. Lovely glasses.
oh, thank you. Yes, I mean, I usually work as a bit of a mercenary myself, but I'm actually primarily looking for someone that might hopefully be in town. One Aizdola. And he'll kind of like rattle off the description again.
Stabby, can you write that down? Because I don't know how you're. I've been trying to spell it.
Sure.
Thank you.
I'll put it in my journal.
YYSSYYDD.
A few
I was like-
X's in there, actually.
It's like, man, there's a. It's like I feel there's more consonants every time I spell that thing. Appreciate it. Stola. Yes, I. Say that again.
He said
Sorry?
Ishtola.
Aizdola.
Ishtola.
Oh,
Whatever.
it's a fucking Z. That's why. What the fuck are you spelling his name? Alright, that makes more sense.
Vellis fully understands this young man apparently trying to track down a Zeracanian prostitute.
Why is there a Z?
Oh, God.
No, you're good. I just didn't know it was a fucking Z, and I've been losing my mind. I was like, how are you spelling this? Okay.
Our Fatesbitter needs to get his eyes checked.
No, I didn't know what. Maybe my ears. Rude. Spin this fate. Well, we'll see how we can go about doing that. Do you, is she still here? Do you know?
The last letter she sent was from some time ago. I certainly hope that she's here, but I don't really know for certain.
Right. Well, I can see about going helping you do that. How would you all get here, actually?
We came in on the cart. I just recently arrived at a caravan.
Oh, Ace is in town. That makes sense. Yeah, no, we can see about going to help you out there. I'm gonna have a few people going about their business, so it may take a second if you don't mind having a little patience about it if she's just in town. Well, let's take a look-see. Actually, give me a moment. Gotta finish this up here. You see him turn around.
You need a hand, sir.
Mayhaps a respectful distance. This is I'm just finishing something for someone in town. As you kind of like look around to the other side of him, which takes some work. You see probably going about kind of like 5 or so feet deep into the ground. It's probably no more than like 5 feet long. Just like it's a straight down hole. And beside it is well, no. You're none of you are idiots. You can see what it seems to be carefully wrapped in white and red linens, a small body.
My most sincere condolences. Had we known, we would surely have not interrupted.
No, there was no way for you to know. This is just the young'un who didn't make it. I'm just doing a favor for one of the family. You see him pick it up with extreme care and like lower it deeply into now what you can clearly understand as a grave.
What happened?
So you would like to finish the ceremony before he answers any questions?
All in due time, Witcher. Thank you, Mr. Vellis. Yeah. He places it gently into the grave and proceeds to pick up the spade. Can y'all carry a tune?
No. Well, I can't.
I shall do my best.
I could certainly try.
Alright, if you don't mind just humming along with me and appreciative, they, I don't quite know why, but they loved it out here in these fields. Ran around all the time. And just kind of like a deep bassly rumble begins like humming to himself, and you, maybe have heard it. It reminds you of like just like a kind of like an older nursery rhyme that's kind of made its around the way around the north. It starts kind of low in pitch, but kind of rises up. It's kind of has like a low, nice energy to it as he just slowly just shuffles the dirt for the body. Doesn't take him very long. He seems sadly efficient with it. And after the dirt has completely flattened over the ground, you see he has some relatively colorful river stones that he begins to like place over the top of the grave. Takes him only but a few moments. Brushes his hands off again and stands up straight. Grim work, but part of the job. Puts the spade over his shoulder. He turns back to the three of you. Thank you for that. You're a good kid.
Always a tragedy.
Indeed.
Was it valiant?
Was it what?
Valiant, a good death.
No, it was a young boy that died of a sickness.
A tragedy all the same.
Yes, tragedy. Forgive the town.
No, I've had dealings with witchers. I understand. But, well, let's talk away from here, shall we? Kind of like gestures down the hill.
All right.
Fallen.
Yeah. He like walks a ways down and kind of leads the three of you over to like there's a side of like the hill that's kind of like has a few trees on it, and there's like you can see like a couple of boulders, and you see him just kind of like pat one and then sit on top of another. All right, take a seat. I know you've been probably sitting down for the past few days, but I haven't.
When there's sitting on a moving platform, and then there's sitting in a beautiful place like this. For example, I've no fear of an ambush out here. That's very pleasant.
Yeah, if anything comes out of you, the weed, it's probably one of the dogs that doesn't know when to, not tackle its owner.
I did notice.
Go ahead.
I did notice. I don't suppose you have a lot of trouble with brigands out here. You don't seem to have any sort of militia.
I noticed that too, actually.
Yeah, it's one of the many blessings around here. Flotsam to the north is where most of the ne'er-do-wells tend to congregate, thankfully. No one seems to bother Bannockburn all too much. Seems we're just off to the side of the Pontar enough that no one comes down here, and it comes in handy. And in that regard, we don't usually get any monsters or bad folk. And most people who happen upon us tend to stick around for a while. Or stay.
Usually there's no monsters.
Well, it's hard to describe.
You got a witcher here. Go ahead and try.
Guy like plants the spade in the ground and just like scratches his chin. Let's say is between the three of us. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave and never come back.
I'm gonna look to Vellis fully first. Especially at the point where he says it stays between us.
I'm not one to spread secrets.
I know you're not.
Yeah, the brown eyes just kind of like lay themselves on Hazel.
You have my word. I shall be discreet about this matter.
A lot of the youngins have been getting sicker lately. It ain't right. Feels like a fever. It's like a death. Can't really pinpoint the reason why yet, though.
You don't have an apothecary here.
We do.
Have they put any work into watching symptoms?
Sackle is a good man. He's been paying attention. This youngin' right here, for all intents and purposes, the sickness just came upon like a thunderclap. Only lasted about 2 days. And that's kind of been the issue, right? For the most part, all of them... Guys. He talks slow. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Is that the usual amount of days that they stay alive when they know they are sick? Or when you know they're sick?
This is the first one to have died. Everyone else just get stay a little croaky for a month or two, but it's the first death we've had because of it. There are a few good amount of kids running around Bannockburn, of course, but most of them stay pretty okay. But now we have the concern of if someone does get sickly like this, how long do they last?
We're near the farm fields, right? Or like we're in them?
We're in them, yeah.
While I respect your traditions, it might, just in case, might be wise to move them to a more secluded spot where your food isn't being grown.
I wouldn't worry about that too much.
No?
Ain't no wheat on this hill. Yeah, you do actually know, like, as you look back, there is no wheat on that hill.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sort of an odd question, if I may. The boy.
Well...
The boy, yes. Who fell ill.
No, they.
They. Right. Did they pass in the evening? Or the afternoon?
They passed this morning.
What do you think, Witcher? Can you look into it?
When did this start?
Oh, the deadly sickness? Well, now, that's been 6-7 years ago. Got awfully sick for a long time. Only a few at a time. Lasted a long while, and we helped them through it. They've never died before. He is kind of like looking off into the side with like a hard-to-read expression. Okay.
It only affect kids?
That's correct.
From what the apothecaries mentioned to you, how quickly has it generally taken for the symptoms to reach full swing outside of this particular case?
A day, maybe. I think for the sick.
I'm sorry, you
about a
went
month.
full robot there.
A day, maybe less. It's the length of the sickness that's the concern. Usually they'd be bedridden for a month.
Do they work or go to school?
We do have some rough schooling. As far as work is concerned, the odd chores, once they get old enough, they help in the fields like any other place.
Now for the details that are unfortunate. How much are you willing to spare?
I'm sorry, what do you mean?
If I find this out that this is something beyond normal means and you want me to deal with it, how much are you willing to spare? I am going to look into this.
You may have the wrong idea about this. As far as witchers are concerned, and why I've dealt with many before now, is I don't expect you to find anything. Well, I wouldn't even brought it up unless you had come upon me burying a body about it. Seems awfully fortuitous as it was. If you would like to take a shot, I implore you to do so in the name of the children. And if you do find anything, well, I'll open up my own purses and pay as much as I can at the time.
When this came up 6 to 7 years ago, were there any events going on around that time?
Nope.
Are you
Don't get me wrong, I'm not being casual about this. As far as things suddenly happening upon a small town in the northern part of this great country of ours, it's about takes it.
Well, I understand that you think this started 6 to 7 years ago. Can you think of any people that could have come by and have stayed since then?
Well, Bannockburn is a town full of people who have come from all over. Off the top of my head, not particularly. You'd be surprised how many people just come in as a seller of leathers or something and just stay. Oh, few people do. And again, I'm not being casual, and I ain't trying to be rude.
Your sister.
Mm-hmm.
I don't suppose she keeps track of any houses or housings that have been built and filled by and occupied by inhabitants.
Over the past long while, there have been plenty of places built. If you're trying to suggest that someone came in and just decided to start making children sick, we would have noticed something eventually. There are too many kids that have also moved here in recent years that have also just randomly gotten sick.
Perhaps they're not doing it by choice.
Maybe.
There
But
are
if I
some
had-
who don't realize they do what they do until it's far too late.
Well, I'll leave that to your expertise. Like I said, this is the first death that's ever happened. Otherwise, I wouldn't have said nothing.
Do you have any more immediate pressing matters that you would like resolved?
You mean the children of my town aren't dying? No.
Alright. Do send my wishes to the family.
I wouldn't worry too much about that.
What do you mean?
Just don't you worry about it. It's not a smile, it's more of a grimace that kind of curls across his face.
Insight
Oh,
check.
man.
What the fuck did that mean?
Go ahead.
Yeah, 18.
The vibe you got from that statement is that whatever family they may have had probably didn't give a damn. As you can see, he was burying this child in an unmarked grave in a hill way outside of town.
Orphan. Okay.
And since, yeah, and that grimace starts to like was one of maybe slight anger and pity. Now, on a lighter note, welcome to Bannockburn. We have plenty of food, plenty of victuals, good spots to visit, good shops. We got a market for your friend here, of course. Hunting down your estranged one. You kind of like looks over at Hazel. And Witcher, take a sniff, see what you find.
Haha. See, it's funny because you got that sense of smell.
I still don't get it.
Trust me, it is funny.
And I would stress, because I know witches, like I said, a gentle touch, Witcher.
I'm
These
not
are the
that
few-
callous.
Yeah, well, these are the future of Bannockburn. You see him standing up real slow and got like crack his back. And I'd like them to remain that way. But enjoy the town. I mean, it's a pretty nice place. And if you decide to live here, there's plenty of forest around. If you want to build a nice place of your own, like more often than not, I got plenty of people I know that found a nice lady in town and said, well, might as well have kids, and built a nice place up in the hills. Well, I mean, look at it. You got like gestures off, and you just got all like look into the distance, and it's just gorgeous.
Idyllic.
Don't hide. No,
Positively charming.
yeah. Well, let's see. Right, Hazel kind of claps you on the back. It does kind of feel like that one time you were maybe kicked by a horse. Go on. You're looking for somebody. I think. What did she do?
Yeah, Hazel.
Well, he kind of just sighs, and she used to be noble, actually.
Insight. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Got him.
Like me, she was originally from either Rivia or Lyria, but during one of my contracts with her, my contract was terminated, and after that, correspondence slowed to a crawl, and I didn't hear much from her until her more recent letter, which I'm beginning to worry might not have actually been from her. But there's no way I really know for certain until I actually find her. I don't even really know why she disappeared in the first place, but... well, just call it professional ethics. I'm trying to make sure that my original client is doing all right.
You know, when people usually banter big words like ethics around regarding the fair folk, it means a bit more than that. That's all right. She was a noble. Bannockburn. Scratches his chin. Well, in the meantime, you can ask my sister and probably has an idea. All right. Grim business over here done. I could use a drink. But business first. He like snaps his fingers at Vellis. Find you the best spot in the market.
Much appreciated.
All right, follow me. Just goes straight towards town. I will say, got a long stride. And he doesn't it's a weird mixture of lank and beef.
Mm-hmm.
It's he's just how do I put this? It's very Hey goes Bill. There we go. This big ass man. The only thing he missing is the goddamn flannel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the guy on the brawny cover. So it only takes you a while. Immediate understanding, but before we all start getting going, as he leads Vellis back towards town, what are the other two of you going to do?
I'm going to escort Vellis for now.
Same, honestly.
All right. So this will takes you about the same amount of time to get back to town, maybe a little faster because he's got big boots and a long stride. The actual marketplace, as you kind of come into the town of Bannockburn, you see textiles, you see some leather work, you see a small little area for the smithy that's nearby. You can still hear selling its wares. And a couple of farmers are just selling some basic produce and stuff like that. It's not that big, but each stall is kind of packed full of items because it's you can tell it's the better side of the things that the area manages to produce. If there's anything else, it probably just goes straight to the mouths of the families that are actually making those crops or making those items.
Mm-hmm.
And he leads you, Vellis, to an area that's a bit closer to the tavern, and it's got this small open spot, and he got gestures to it. Yeah, that's what to do. I'll point some people in your direction if you choose, but you should be able to set up here just fine.
You have my infinite gratitude, sir, and I shall be pleased as punch to make you a fine dinner, free of charge, just so you can know what I'm selling in your town.
I don't know about free of charge. I'll be happy to pay for it. You are a new addition, and, make your way abouts, introduce yourself to everybody else. All merchants get along here just fine. You're also, a bit of an oddity, so I don't think you're going to have any competition.
Haha. Thank you again.
Absolutely. If you... Oh, hell. and you see him like look over, and you can see his eyes like lay on, like you see the top of the inn from where you're standing from like a distance away. Oh, I didn't wake him up. Oh hell. All right, I gotta go face the other monster in town. And you see him start walking off towards the inn.
I bet it's the old bastard.
With the owner.
Do you think it's the owner?
Could be. I've got to start setting up. So if you want to find out, have a party. Don't literally have a party. That's a turn of speech phrase. Witcher. Just. And my mind's already on work.
What? Why would I need a...
Turn of phrase!
Right. Well, we probably should at least watch over things to make sure nothing gets too out of hand.
No. Hazel, go talk to the apothecary. You have better conversational skills.
Right. Okay. Anything in particular you want me to ask them?
Talk about how the symptoms present, and talk to them to see if they were here around 6 to 7 years ago. Not that I think they're to blame, but I want to get a very, very strong idea of what happened at that time. Caravans, travelers, children, foods, wars, doesn't matter.
Right. Okay. I'll see what I can muster up.
I myself am going to go sit near the unmarked grave. I just need to confirm something.
Right. Okay, then. I'll go ahead and be off then. And, yeah, he will go ahead and just scuttle off towards the apothecary.
So the witch turns all the way back around.
Yeah, still grumbling about the back and forth, goddamn bullshit.
You didn't have to leave.
He knows that.
I was like, I'm saying it for the people. Like, you didn't have to. I want everyone to know. Vellis. Would you care to describe what your, I mean, you say cart, but you're turning it into a stall. What it looks like?
Yeah. Vellis rolls up the cart that he rode in on, pulls out barrels, sets up a couple of, like, how does he do this exactly? No, I think he's seated in the cart, puts stuff around the back of it, and opens it up and starts hanging stuff from the canvas over the top, like spices and herbs, get the smell going. Puts out a couple of, like, samples. Because the real problem with selling spices and these sort of kind of luxury goods in a common town is that most people literally don't know what they're missing. They've eaten grains and potatoes and fish and venison, and if they're lucky, they've had some salt. They don't appreciate what I have here. So a large part of this is colors and samples, and then showmanship. So once I've got it all laid out, come one, come all, taste the beauties of the far lands, the strange, the wonderful, dazzle your taste buds. Come on. Yes, free samples. And I'm going to try and make some money.
The other question I have for you is, how do you signal to your people that you're in town?
I think it's also this. I'm in a public place. I'm making a spectacle of myself. If they're not here, they will hear from someone, oh, there was this spice merchant and he was giving stuff away. If I'm in a town that's too big for that kind of news to spread to everyone, then we have specific protocols.
What are one of those protocols?
One of the it would be an innkeeper, probably. Something I would need to do anyway.
It's one of those mixes of problems where it's like you have the immediate township and there's a good amount of like homes in the immediate area and stuff like that, and obviously the places of business and the marketplace. But if you for people who may be a little farther out, because you also have people who just like, you know, stay in the town and live there and also work through like means that way. You also know there are homesteads farther out that may not be able to hear you or that information reach immediately. So
Okay.
If you're trying to get to them, like, are you trying to have them come to you over the next few days or today is my question.
I think the next few days is okay. And
Okay.
if they know that I'm coming, they should be paying attention. And if they miss the appointment, that's worse for them than it is for me.
Okay. All right. Gonna start a little clock over here. Yes, it's gonna be all nice and gorgeous. Gonna make it pretty. Gonna make it nice and pretty. All right, cool. All right. And your price range is. Yeah.
Depends. This is a slightly larger town.
Mhm.
It's not unreasonable, but for some of it really depends on where the thing is coming from. I will sell, delicious sea salt from Skellige. That's a thing that most people could buy a little of and use in small amounts for a while. You want Zerrikanian hot peppers? That's a thing a couple of households might go in on together and have enough for a dozen meals. And then there's the rare stuff that I keep in the back, which is basically noble only. You need to own a horse to buy some of that.
Do you have any more common items as well?
Oh, for sure. I've also got a variety of dried herbs, ground up, mixed together. Things you would find in the north, but probably not take the time to prepare yourself for food purposes.
All right. So I'm gonna have you make me 3 rolls for this.
Cool.
You're gonna get a +2 to them.
Sweet.
Yeah, I was doing modifiers up and down because it's like, this is where the rich people go. And I'm like, well, and then do you have some regular stuff? Sure. Okay, then you're like, oh, look, this is for rich people, but also here's some oregano. Oh, look, paprika.
Yeah.
So let's do intimidation. I'm kidding. Buy.
I could roll that.
No, buy my stuff. We're going to go streetwise and charisma.
Okay.
Yeah, well, let's take a look see to make sure I'm being fair to you. I am indeed.
Pretty
I am
fair.
being real fair. Yeah, pretty fair indeed. Yeah, with a +2 on those bad boys.
Streetwise, it's actually a 27.
Mm-hmm.
And then charisma, that's a 20.
Damn. All right. So you are gonna have yourself quite the noon into early afternoon. All right.
Vellis is good at this.
Yeah. Hazel,
Yes.
here you are in the town of Bannockburn, walking through these streets. A few passerby point you toward the apothecary, and you're walking through. Past some homes. Past the smithy, which you can actually see the sign for. You do see the storm spine. And you see about 4 or 5 dwarves manning the forge. And just for the first time since you've gotten here, weaponry. There are swords. There are shields. There are maces. There are hammers. There are suits of armor being made. And they're all being carefully placed into different crates and being loaded up onto carts. But you don't see any horses or anything like that, but it does seem to be a full operation for making weaponry here. But it's the only place you've ever seen any of it in this town. And a little past that, you see it's a pretty small cabin, low roof, with a chimney currently with smoke coming out the front. There is no front door, just like an open archway leading into the inside. But you do see kind of like hanging below a window that's beside that archway, kind of like swinging in the breeze, a sign that just says the Raven's Widow.
Seems like a bit of a grim name for it. Yeah, he'll go ahead and walk in.
Yeah. 1 second. Yeah. Also, can you make me for funsies, can you make me a wilderness survival check as you're entering?
I mean, I can certainly try.
Stop it. You get great. I could get a fumble.
Oh. Where did my roll 20 go? Where is grown legs and walked off? One moment.
Everyone, Stabby's roll 20 has grown sentient.
Run
Truly
for your
terrible
lives.
fate.
We knew it was going to happen eventually.
There we go. Okay. Heat up and make the roll. You said this is going to be wilderness?
Survival, yep.
Okay. All right. We'll go see how well that goes.
You don't have any minuses. Like, what the? You got a fucking 18. You're like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? You have a 3 in wilderness survival.
You could track cholera on the Oregon Trail.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Jesus Christ.
I forgot to put anything with that.
I'm gonna suck at this. Like, you're like, okay.
I legit forgot that I put any skill points into wilderness survival.
So fucking funny. Man, I'm gonna be awful. It's like, I remember you being pretty okay, just the nature.
Oh, no, it
as
was
you're-
dysentery. Sorry. Continue.
You're good. I didn't hear what your initial thing was. I heard something trail, then I here's dysentery. My brain made the connection. It's like, oh yeah, it's the only reason I know what that word means. You know, as you're entering the apothecary, that ravens usually mate for life. So.
Oh, that is far more tragic.
Yep, I'm going to hell for that one. On the inside, you've much like Vellis' stall, but also on the inside, this entire thing is filled, hanging from the ceiling, dozens and dozens of dried herbs. Off in the back corner, you see an open fireplace with like 5 or 6 cauldrons or pots actively going right above it. You see 1 or 2 tables with various tubes and vials and grinding implements and stuff like that. You see a bookshelf with just, it's hard to say, or it's kind of organized, but it just kind of looks like someone just put books on it and hoped they stayed, because the whole thing's kind of leaning into the wall, which the wall doesn't look like it wants to stay up in the first place. And there are various like shelves and stuff like that with like lined with the glass bottles going like around the top of the walls and stuff like that too. And the floor is just it covered with various dried bits and things. You think you see a few bones in there, a couple like leftover pieces of bread. Where you see a mouse running for cover. And there inside, kind of like hunched over a table, you do see like you're a small guy, I mean that respectfully, a little bit smaller, far scrawnier, and bent over a mortar and pestle. You see a ginger-haired man with dark blue tattooing going down his face, like covered in like a very intricate, colorful shawl. His hands are kind of like long and spindly with like a kind of cracked fingernails. Squinted eyes go over like these tiny, like thick glass spectacles. Really shaggy orange beard going down that looks like it hasn't been kept at all, and you see him just quietly muttering to himself as he like scurries from place to place. And just like these long kind of ruddy brown robes that he's wearing like that, like cuddling into himself once in a while, like muttering to himself as he's going. And he seems to be working at a frantic pace.
Pardon me, I hope I'm not interrupting.
Oh yeah, interrupting. Just give me a moment. Got lots to do. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Add some of this, and go, and let it seep. It needs to seep for a few minutes. A few minutes does be long enough. Yes, how can I help you?
Hi, I'm Hazel. I'm friends with a local, well, not local, but a witcher that just arrived on caravan around here very recently.
He'll make sure that like nobody else is in the apothecary before he lowers his voice.
We're both looking into the recent surge in
What? Speak
illnesses about. We're looking into the recent surge of illnesses about here.
Oh, goodness sake, gracious, you're soft-spoken. Come here. And he like waves him over. Like, come, stand here. Stand next to me. Louder. To my face. What do you need? Come quickly.
I'm looking into the recent wave of illnesses.
Wave of illnesses. What do you know how little that tells me? Do you know how many illnesses we have going around? Right now, I am mixing up a concoction to help some poor bastard with a tummy ache. And that tummy ache has been going on for years. One was going on for years because he drinks himself to fucking stupor every night. Now, I'll get a few crowns for this cure. All this cure is really going to do is make him feel better for a day. But it doesn't tell me anything about the other illnesses. Now, if I go over here, there are several other concoctions for different illnesses. I need you to be more specific.
The one affecting the children.
Oh, that's one.
Yes.
Oh, okay. You seem kind of just deflate into himself. Okay, and you see him kind of like go over to where like, the open door frame is, and kind of like reach up real high and just like pull down a shutter, and so it like covers the door. Like, okay, right. Yes, we had the young child pass this morning. It's dark business. Nothing I could do about it, unfortunately. Kind of like scurries back over to like a different table and reach up and grab some more herbs down and see like pulls them apart like the leaves with his fingers. Yes, it was far too quick. I thought it was just a deep chest cold or a cough, and it was the one we've been dealing with. But this one took too quickly, and it just set in. It wouldn't leave no matter what I gave the child, and it wasn't like the others. You see him like putting them like dropping the leaves into one of the pots. It wasn't like the others. It was different this time. I don't know why it was different, but it was. It's not a rash of illnesses. Go ahead. Sorry.
Do you know of anything similar like this that might have cropped up from years ago? Say 7 years back?
It's been happening for the past long while. Every once in a while, 1 or 2 children just goes into this deep, ugly sickness deep in their chests, and their fingers turn white and they can't breathe right, and we had to keep them warm. Some of them maybe a week, some of them a month. One almost didn't recover. It took him 6 months, and that was almost 4 years ago. Couldn't figure out why. All I could do is keep them alive and keep them breathing. Doesn't make any sense.
And I'm assuming there's been no real discernible similarities beyond just the symptoms, nothing to do with where they might have been active throughout the day, nothing about any persons that may have been coming and going at the time that any of this occurred.
I'm aware of their children. They get sick. There's no pattern as like I see you trying to discern. I'm not a fool. Clearly not a fool. Look what I'm doing right now. He like gestures at all the pots over the fire. Clearly not a fool. No patterns. No. They played together. Children do that. Where they were playing in the fields, in the woods, probably in a well somewhere. They weren't crawling around a recent battlefield or anything like that. Children get sick, and unfortunately, their parents, much like other parents who, work the fields or work the stalls or whatever they have to do, don't, how do I phrase this, always watch their children. Yes?
Right.
As far as similarities other than the symptoms, children, their biggest similarity under 12. Yes?
Under 12. Got it. She will kind of jot this down in his notebook. So he's trying to think. Have the symptoms always been in the same manner which you described? Or have there been differences between each of the cases?
What is it to you? What are you trying to do here now?
As I said, I arrived with my butcher friend just recently, and
when we were informed of the goings-on with this illness, the both of us are interested in trying to get to the bottom of it.
Ah, so you research unknown and strange plagues that just suddenly beset children?
Not usually. Animal fauna is more my forte for the most part, but, well, diseases affect all things in life.
Ah, that's where you're wrong.
He
This
blinks.
is only the children, and the only one who just got better by themselves. And this is the part that's been driving me mad for years now. See that book over there? That's all the details you may need about all of this, because I can't figure it out myself, but the one that blows my mind, that makes me tear my hair out. While he was sick, he turned 13. Gone. It went away. Gone. Like nothing happened.
He
Magical?
widens.
Magical? You'd think so. Unless, of course, no one in this town does anything like that. There is nothing magical in Bannockburn. There's no strange practitioners. There's no weird comings and goings other than people coming and going all of the town. Asa comes, but you know how many other caravans come here throughout the year? Probably close to almost 12 or 11. Constantly, people coming and going. We're on the edge of the Pontar River. We have people coming from Flotsam, Southern Temeria, Cadwin, Redania, all over the place. We've been scratching and clawing the insides of our brains out for years, but that one case completely ruins anything we have to we can't think of anything. Where's my coffee? I need coffee.
You scurried over and
Go ahead.
walk over and pick up the book. He isn't opening it up yet, but as his fingers sort of patter along its surface. Actually, that one case you mentioned could be the key to figuring this out.
In what way?
Only a way that a witcher might know. I suspect this might not be any ordinary disease, if what you say is true, and I believe it is. To suddenly vanish at 13 with no traces or anything like that. That to me speaks of some form of magic. But I have to turn this over to the expert.
Well, you want to know something fun?
more-
While you're ominously repeating everything I just said. It wasn't. Because we've also had witches here in the past. I'm sure the Greyburns can tell you all about it, because they've had other people look into it too. They went up and down those children, and I can stress to you one thing. There was no magic. There are darker things in the world, young one, than just magic.
Well, regardless of what ground may have already been tread, we're going to do our best to see if we can make some headway in this.
Also, before you continue, because you seem like a nice young lad, I've had a very bad morning. I'd like to apologize. But people coming in and being like, what could it be? Well, I've been trying to figure that out without my coffee for decades. Not decades, years, many years. It feels like decades. I'm aging rapidly just having this conversation. Your thoughts?
Right. And my apologies for disturbing you, of course. Well, before I leave, I just have one more question. Well, I guess technically two. You had mentioned that the disease vanished at 13.
Yes.
I'm assuming there was no more of a concentration at any given age beneath that, like starting more at around 5 or so, or perhaps even a time of season in which it seemed more concentrated, more ubiquitous, I suppose.
No and no.
All right, well, that's all the questions I had. I thank you for telling me what you can. I really do appreciate it.
We're not gonna buy anything?
I suppose I could.
Did you think all that was free? No, I was just mixing potions to lay out in front of you, and you do see, well, he's been No, Sonic running around at high speeds. There are like 3 potions in front of you that he has carefully like labeled and bottled, but he's so erratic and in your face at the same time, bless your heart. It's one of those like, what the fuck? He was making stuff?
What are the bottles even labeled?
They are not labeled. You see one that seems to be like a long tube with a flat base that seems to be a dark purple. You see one that looks like a Bunsen bottle that is a deep, thickly green, and another one that is full of just a clear liquid.
Ah, yes, that one's clearly water. What gooder?
What exactly are these concoctions?
Potions, like I said.
Right, but what do they do exactly?
Oh, they'll make you feel better. Yeah.
Right, it's just that like each of them is different. I'm assuming they're supposed to be for like different afflictions?
No, you drink all 3 of them at the same time.
At the same time. Is this like some sort of panacea deal or
A what?
a cure-all?
Now you're just making up words on me. No, honestly, 4 crowns, they're yours. I'll give you a deal.
Damn, that is a pretty good deal.
Like actually like both palms flat against each other up to his lips, just like really thinking about this.
Is it really advised? Oh fuck it, it's 4 crowns.
He'll take out the 4 crowns, he'll just slap them on the counter.
I'll take the crowns.
Okay, cool. And I'll take these weird potions that I have to take all at the same time for some reason.
You should drink those immediately. Yes.
What? Right now?
That's what I said.
You're absolutely sure? Like, is this supposed to like kill
could not
particulate?
Be more serious. And he gets real close.
Can I fucking insight what the hell is happening right now?
Sure, by all means.
Cool. What do you want me to roll for this?
That's the fun part. Oh yeah, just human perception.
Human perception. Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god. There's no fucking way. There's no way.
Yes.
Oh, that was a 9 on the
E really needs you to drink those right now.
Oh no. Societal pressure.
For real. You look too deep, but you know you need to drink those right fucking now.
Am I going to die if I don't drink these?
So like there's actually like a little bit of sweat on his forehead.
Yeah, behind his really big bushy orange eyebrows, like are underneath them, twinkling eyes, the beard's going up and down, completely unkept. Seems you need to drink them. You bought them, gotta drink them. I made them for you right now. Special.
Fuck. Oh, god damn it. Okay, well, fuck it. He's gonna uncork each and every single one of those bad boys, and he's gonna fucking knock them back and chug them down. Let's go, gang.
This is fun. So as soon as you begin to tilt them back into your mouth, there is like a whip of movement, and they are swiped out of your hands. You idiot! You come into my shop asking questions about someone who might be possibly magically controlling and destroying children's lives? And I suddenly just tell you to drink potions and you do it? Take your crowns and get out.
But you told me to.
It's the entire... it was a trust exercise. You don't know me.
Well, I know that you're an expert in apothecary stuff.
Well, thank you.
I don't know, it just seems like being extremely skeptical of, a primary physician.
In Bannockburn, it's best to have a healthy sense of skepticism. After all, this town is way too idyllic. Have you seen outside?
Actually, now that you mention it, it does seem oddly cheery about.
I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with this town, But I can guarantee you one thing, whatever happened to those kids, as from my own experience, it wasn't magic. But it wasn't right either. Actually, he takes the crowns and he pushes back in your hand, and takes them back. This is for the bottles. All right. Any other questions?
Yeah, what would have happened if I actually drank those?
Oh, that's just boysenberry juice, cranberry juice, and water.
It's really fucking water! It's just fucking water. I'm sorry. Did you say boysenberry?
Boysenberry juice. Yeah, delicious. Want some?
Why would anybody make a juice of that?
For life lessons.
Yes, I'll take some. And yes, I will take some.
Yeah, he just turns around, holds out a cup.
Yeah, he'll take it.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Cool. All right. I'm sure nothing will come of that. Well, at any rate, strange life lessons aside, I thank you for your eccentric form of assistance.
I will say this as you're heading out the door, and I'm totally not pushing you out of it. Greyburns? A question. Do you know about the third sibling?
I don't believe I do.
That's the way they want it. And he pushes you out the door and shuts the shredder behind you. All right. I'm gonna shift the focus to Rennen.
Yeah, it's a more lighthearted version of the story. Let's go look at a dead kid's grave.
You fucking know it. All right. Yeah, just a nice, lovely walk through the beautiful hills of Bannockburn back to the hillside, and you see the grave.
Obviously, the medallion is very much pressed against him at the moment, and trying to feel for any vibration that is around.
Sure, roll me an awareness check.
Let's see if I can actually. Let's see. Using luck causes a +2 to it, right?
I was gonna say it also re-rolls it depending on the situation if I'm feeling nice.
Okay. Really?
Wow. Yo.
Can I?
Not that one. Not that one, unfortunately. That one's important. So, well, if it's important, I know that's what I said. So, man, God, these dice love me. So, yeah, you're at the grave.
Yeah. Okay. The next thing that I'm gonna look for, since I'm not feeling anything because I'm unaware, next thing I'm gonna look for is, I know he said it was the first one to die, but let's kind of look for any other slightly raised patches of dirt. This is me trying to use my actual knowledge. I think it's extra vegetation from bodies.
Or, just judging by the hillside around you, I'm not gonna make you roll for this because you got them eyes. This seems to be the only grave here.
I still don't trust that. I'm not gonna do anything about it for now because I'm not gonna. It's
You do have in the back of your head, that he said they liked it here and that's why they were buried here.
Man, I wish I had the tawny owl potion. Fuck. Yeah, I mean, is there any evidence of children playing around here?
For that, roll me an awareness check.
Okay. Oh, really? Now?
So what do your witcher eyes see? There is actually evidence of kind of recently there's some broken grass. There's actually a flower crown on the other side of the hill that you can see is roughly made up. There's a tiny wooden doll hand that you find in between some tufts of grass and stuff like that. Your children definitely play here. And with that, you actually see, glancing around and kind of closely, a large square discolored piece of grass, a large area which suggests that someone actually like laid out a blanket here at one point for like a long period of time, possibly for like a little lunch out with the family or something like that. With that crit,
To balance out my crit fail,
no.
I can only dream. Okay,
Yeah,
I can dream.
Yeah. Yeah, that awareness is something else entirely. There are no, I mean, there's given what you're actually looking for. No, that is what you find. There's definitely been people out here on this hillside playing and having a good time.
Okay. Trees around.
Yeah, at the bottom of the hill on the far side where you were sitting before, there is like a couple of trees that were giving you shade.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick up that dull hand for now.
And
And
a little rotted. It's a little rotted. Probably been there for a hot minute.
Okay. And I think for a couple hours he's gonna kind of find a like a tall patch of grass to be in and like meditate and like while actively like listening for any sounds that would be coming up around him, namely children, like for the most part. He doesn't want to spook them too much. But yeah, he's just gonna kind of sit and wait and observe through hearing for now.
Okay, run me another awareness check.
It's better than a crit fail.
What'd you get?
13.
Oh, that's so rough. Okay.
Should I ask if I can reroll?
Let's see. I think that you just go ahead and reroll it.
Okay.
Like,
I'll put the luck point on that as well.
no, don't put just reroll it.
Don't.
Mother of God.
Like most average rolls today. Just most average.
You know what? Do us
fail,
all.
one-
Roll your Witcher training. Maybe just do it, please.
Good God, are you shitting me?
Like, gee.
So over the shit.
They're not even. God, the DC. Like you should.
The dice don't like me today.
So, about an hour and a half goes by, and the world is still, other than the breeze that's going through the wheatgrass and through the tree nearby you in the shade. Everything's nice and quiet. I hear like a crunching sound. If off to your right, it's like someone's like itching in your ears. It's like kind of sudden and happening, but it's like a consistent that like stops, and then it's like consistent again. And it stops.
Hey.
You hear like a rustling sound, and then it starts again.
Yeah, first instinct is hand on a dagger, and we're gonna wait for it to get closer.
Do you open your eyes?
Not yet. I'm gonna wait for like 2 more full steps closer before I open up my eyes. Unless it sounds like it's right on top of me.
No, it's just like at a distance, staying steady. It does pause for a few moments, and you hear a gulping sound.
That's when I open my eyes.
Yeah. Kind of down the hill in those trees that you're sitting underneath before, you do see an elf-shaped individual in the tree. Watching you.
Is it the same fucking elf?
Oh yeah, you better believe it. You can see her just seemingly chewing on something and just like gazing at you as you're meditating.
How do I play this? Okay, let's kind of be an ass here again. He's gonna, with his freehand do the, just gonna beckon them closer, and he's then going to just sit and wait.
Cool. For brevity, for the next bit, neither of you move, and you're both fully aware of each other, watching each other. And you can see her just eating.
Okay. Well, fine. One of us has to break. Might as well be me. Fine. He's still holding on to his dagger, though. He'll he'll kind of walk closer until he feels like he's within earshot.
Mhm.
Been here before?
Not this particular hill.
When were you last in town?
You just naturally interrogate everyone you meet?
It's a habit.
Yeah. You're just like chewing on some jerky.
My school doesn't train people to trust.
I apologize. You just had my curiosity.
And I'm trying to figure something out. Have you been here before? And how long ago?
No, I don't often hang around graves. Especially open ones.
I look behind myself slightly, still trying to keep the elf within my sight. Is the grave now opened?
Those rocks are disturbed.
I don't suppose you saw who did it with your very keen senses.
Did what?
The grave wasn't opened earlier.
How about you look at the grave before you accuse me of anything?
I'm not accusing you, I'm asking.
How about you
Did
look
you
at the
see
grave?
who did it or not?
How about you look at the grave?
I would prefer it if you don't move, though I doubt that you will listen to that.
Keep chewing on the jerky.
Yeah, he's gonna go look at the grave now. I take it the body is no longer there.
That's not what I said. So, you actually go over there. The rocks are disturbed, but the actual dirt hasn't moved.
I'm gonna put the rocks back correctly.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go back over. The grave's not open.
I just saw the rocks move, and I figured.
No,
I
the marker
I
is
didn't get
disturbed.
Oh, okay.
Have you been to this town before?
Why do you ask?
This is not me being accusatory towards you. This is me trying to get a timeline. 6 to 7 years ago, an illness starts spreading around the kids, and we finally now have a fatality. I'm not saying it's related. Well, the illness is to the kid dying.
If you lead with that, I actually want to help you in seeing, being difficult.
Again, trained to not trust.
But if you're always interrogating, how do you trust anyone? Maybe everything you've ever heard is a lie.
Books don't lie.
Books have the words of whatever the author believed them. And if the author's incorrect, and you believe what the author wrote, then you're also incorrect.
I highly doubt the collection that I read from before it was destroyed was wrong. Witchers tend to keep very, very detailed records. But no, I do not trust anyone.
Oh, you have my pity.
I still don't really understand what pity is, other than something that makes others sad.
Oh, in the meantime, you have rocks moving on their own. I have places to be.
Well, if you would be helpful, if you want to be, see if you can get a little bit of a timeline in the 6 years and see why the kids are getting ill.
I
And why it only happened.
plenty by even letting you know that it moved. You seemed awfully like you were taking a nap.
I was listening for things. Turned out you were the first. And it was likely just wind.
Wind moving rocks now.
Were they big rocks or like out of like above table question? Like were they like big rocks or just kind of like a
It's
strong
not the kind.
gust?
A strong wind would not have moved them.
Oh, okay. So that is an issue. Good to know.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking like, is this like a, it's an orphan, like person. So it's like, I'm going like, probably not big on the marker, but I don't know. Okay, cool.
It's like a couple. It's like a Some of them are fist size, some of them are like long pieces of river stone. Like he covered it with some heavy stuff, so like animals wouldn't get to it. Like
animals and other unseemly things. Yes,
unseemly things like what? It's Bannockburn. It wouldn't have been a breeze.
Cool. Well, if you want to be helpful. Then again, I take it you're going back onto the caravan with Aisa.
Maybe.
I'll take a good surprise when I can.
The other three deal with you, my goodness. And a pleasure. You see, you're just gonna like pop backwards into the wheat out of the tray.
He's gonna... Yeah, he will leave like a slight notch in the tree with his dagger. Not enough to like be super obvious to anybody else.
And then what?
Then he's going to go into town to try and find Hazel.
Cool. Roll me an awareness check.
Let's see if I pass. Oh, good God.
Yeah, I'm just going to give it to you for the sake of everything. As you turn to walk away, you look out of the corner of your eye. The rocks have moved again.
Okay, never mind. I'm going to go back. I'm going to cast... Well, because I can't... For some reason, I can't keep seeing this. I'm going to cast Yrden at Stamina 2.
Mm-hmm.
Just to make it a thing. And I'm going to sit and wait for... Like, I'm going to stack the rocks back up and then kind of step off the circle and wait as long as the circle is going to be active, which I should remember. However long 5 rounds is.
Don't you worry about it. So, as you're restacking the rocks, something catches your sight out of the corner of your eye, and as you look, you see, even in this broad daylight, it looks like a tall figure just dressed in layers and layers and layers of black rags, with the hood kind of going up over the top. Kind of like a hunched figure, taller than you, not quite towering, with 2 long sleeves going all the way down, kind of hanging down in front of it in like an almost hunched position. And the only thing that you can see as far as what might be considered skin are these 10 long, way too long, spindly fingers that end in even longer nails that go down. And you hear, before it fades in the wind that's blowing the rags around, ever so gently, a voice that sounds like a wet log smacking the side of a riverbank. 1 down, 10 to go. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.